Hi class, in this lab we're going to calculate the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation of group data, and this will be using Excel. Now, any problem that you have on a future exam, it's not going to be this messy. It's going to be a little bit smaller, and the numbers will be something that you can punch it into the calculator. Now, the first step is to identify what exactly are we evaluating, and notice that you have a sample, so the mean, standard deviation, and the variance are going to be technically using the formula for the sample, which is your X bar here. And then the only difference is that if you're treating this as a population, you're dividing by the sum of F. If it's a sample, sum of F minus 1. So let me actually put the midpoints. So you can just label it as X, and this is just midpoints. And your midpoints are going to be defined by the lower class limit plus the upper class limit, and then divided by 2. That's the command. Make sure that when you open the file, you're clicking on the correct cells, and then technically hit enter, and then you can drag this all the way to the bottom and get every single one of the midpoints. Our next step to find the mean first is X times F, and this is equal to your actual midpoints times your frequencies. At this point, let me double check that that's the correct calculation, and then technically drag that down. Our formula for the mean, it's going to use two basic sums. One is the sum for the frequencies, and just to make sure that we're getting the correct values, I'm going to highlight that, and then the sum of the X and F. So the command is equals SUM, and then you're dragging those down. So that's the proper sum. Now your mean, if you're looking at the actual formula in this case, this is your X bar. This is going to be defined as the X times F, which is this cell, divided by the sum of the frequencies. No adjustment is needed. So in this case, our actual value of the mean ends up being 228 and a little bit of cash. I'm going to leave 4 values, which is the default for this program. Just be careful on the homework. And then I do need you to save the file, because once you start working on the homework assignments, all you need to do is adjust this actual sheet, and then everything else is going to be calculated. Now, the next column is going to be messy, and we're looking at the sample standard deviation. This is this portion here. This is the sum of your midpoints minus the mean squared times F. So let me just write the actual formula so that we know what we're evaluating. X minus the mean, and then technically squared, and then times F. That's just so that we have a title for the actual column. It's not doing any calculations because we didn't hit equals. Now, we're now going to do the equals and activate the commands. And you have to be very careful on this one, because if you click on the wrong cell, it's going to do, well, a different calculation. We want the midpoint, which is x's, is this value minus the mean. Now, in order to fix the mean for all the calculations, you need to put a money symbol there in between the L and the 22, or if you modified your Excel sheet into the correct cell. Then you're going to do a squared, and then you're going to multiply times your frequencies. So that's the command that you need. If you're using the same file, if you just open it up and didn't do any further calculations, let me hit equals and verify that it's actually doing as expected. This is your x's minus that 22, then squared times your frequencies, which is your d's. The next step is crucial. We're going to drag it, and then we're going to verify it on the last cell that the formula is still current, meaning that it's still using the proper mean. If you don't include this money symbol on the mean, it's not going to do what we want it to do. It'll do something else, and you're still getting errors in the sums of those. I mean, in each of the cells. So next, we're going to get the sum. So it's the sum of this messy numerator. And let me just highlight this in a different color. And your variance, because you technically have an actual sample, it's going to be the sum of x minus the mean squared times f divided by the sum of the f minus 1. So you're just going to say that this is equal to this sum divided by, and it's just a lot easier to input this manually, 513, that is one less value than the sum of the frequencies. So that happens to be our actual variance. The standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So to activate the square root, you can do equals SQRT, which is there, and we just want the square root of the above value. And double check that the square root was activated. In this case, this is the entire calculation for the problem that we're doing in this lab. Now, all I need you to do is take a picture of your actual Excel and submit it, and then save the file. So I need you to technically take a picture, save the file, and I want to see exactly the same, but from your computer. Make sure you don't take a picture of this one. It's supposed to be your own work. And then once you submit that, let me tell you the advantage of saving the file and adjusting it so that you're able to use it. So assuming that you save the file, observe what happens when I modify one of the cells. So if I modify that cell to 7, let's assume that it's 7, the actual Excel file was constructed with an automatic feature. So if you're inputting the commands as I showed you, everything should get adjusted. Did you guys see that? So let's assume that that is now 202. As I enter that, all the values get adjusted. So to complete the homework assignments way faster, figure out how they're finding the midpoint, and then basically input all of these into your Excel sheet, adjust it, and then technically your homework should be done. So it should take not a long time if you're using, in this case, Excel.